I think it's very different to live in the United States in 2025 than it is to live in Iran.
Not if you're black.
Not for everybody.
It all started with the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini, arrested by the Marathi police in Tehran for wearing her hijab loosely.
We are incredibly violated constantly. We want to see you, we don't want to hear you.
Great news at the Slut Walk. Amber Rose's, this is the second annual Slut Walk.
I was taken by the morality police because my pants weren't wide enough. And they take you for the weirdest reasons, okay? Your nail color, your hijab, your clothing, anything. If they just feel like taking you, they will take you.
Battle for women's equality is healthcare, with the overturning of Roe v. Wade.
Is your fraction.
Our character, our rights have all been under attack.
Howdy other neighbors, welcome back to my channel. My name is Edie. Today you can call me Jasmine. I flew in on my heavenly rug. I actually made this costume 2 years ago for Little Miss Lily before she left for her long strand of treatment, and she had a costume party and a princess had to show up, obviously. I only had 2 days to make it, so I wasn't able to obtain a tiger. I did call about a tiger. I called the exotic pet store that has since burned down. Like, I really want to know what happened. I said, hi, I need a tiger. And he said, well, it's actually illegal in the United States of America for you to have a tiger. I said, well, then how come people are being mauled by their pet leopards? Like, where are they getting the leopards? He said, well, I could probably get you one from the Philippines. I said, it's tomorrow. I need to show up tomorrow. How long of a flight is that round trip? And what kind of forms do I need to fill out when I'm there? So Raja was not in attendance. I flew in on my heavenly rug. Lily got her own heavenly rug. Her mom was unhappy with me because the heavenly rug had sand on it, but it had to be believable. What? Do you think that I just drove in? No, I flew in. Okay? From Agrabah. Sorry, Danielle. I make memories here. If you're not going to do something right, just don't do it. Am I right? Lily needed to know. Jasmine came in for you, Lily. Yes. Anyway, has anything embarrassing happened to you? Please put it in the chat if it has. And please continue to send tips. I'm getting a lot of juicy tips. tips.eydielowe@gmail.com. I'm working on my candy cane series, The Bride of Lucifer. Today, we're not going to be talking about candy. Today, we're going to be talking about the celebrations occurring in the streets. The Iranian people, Israeli people, all celebrating. It has been so emotional watching the clips, trying to gather the clips, right? I'm likely to cry, so just be warned. It's a joyous occasion. But similar to the Venezuelan debacle, people who are choosing to be unhappy, who are lamenting that Trump needs to be America first, that we don't need to worry ourselves with other people's problems, all their little issues. Eek, 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 eek. Let me tell you, if you have the ability to help your neighbor, okay, and you don't, and you just leave them to fend for themselves, you'll be judged. The parable of the Good Samaritan. A man was bloodied and bludgeoned on the side of the road, and people passed him. They saw him. Oh, he's in need, like knocking on death's door, 1 foot in the grave, but they passed him. Then a Good Samaritan took him, doctored his wounds, took him to an inn, gave the innkeeper money, said, if this isn't enough, by the time I come back, I'll give you more money. But please, just make sure that he is taken care of. That is how we're to be. United States, the glorious United States of America, is still the greatest country in the world. It's the greatest country to have ever existed. If you hate America, you need to leave. Fly on your heavenly rug. Right on out of here. Rugs leaving daily. Just go. See if you can find a better place. You won't. There is no better place. To live in the United States of America is a privilege. We forget that. When you live in the greatest country to have ever existed, that is the United States of America, it's so easy to just assume that everybody is living that way. Not everybody has the luxury of freedom. Freedom is not free. You know, we've got people fighting for our freedom. And when you hear people like Megyn Kelly say, oh, they didn't die for this country, they died for somebody else's country. Shut your mouth, Megyn. How dare you? You need to repent for that. You need to repent. How dare you? America is sovereign. We have power by the grace of God. We would have no power but for the grace of God, right? And if we see other countries who are begging for help, being slaughtered in the streets. You know, I could be killed if I were over there. If I could be killed just for wearing this. Beaten and scourged and shot dead execution style in the streets for opposing this terroristic regime, begging for help. If we didn't help them, oh my goodness, I don't even know. Let me tell you, the Lord speaks specifically about helping all those who are oppressed. Okay? So I don't want to hear that. I don't want us to be an apathetic country. Oh, that sucks for you, honey. You can't show your hair, otherwise you'll be bludgeoned to death. You know, but we're going to be over here really worried about Roe v. Wade being overturned. Okay? If I hear that one more time, all of those women at the beginning of this video, in that clip, they need to be humbled, if you will. They need to experience what some of these Iranian women have experienced. And then they can talk to us about how oppressed they are. Because to be a woman living in the USA is a privilege. How dare you? We are not oppressed. We are not oppressed. If that's the only thing you have to complain about, I'd say you're doing pretty good. America Ferrera. She needs to change her name. Put some respect on America. You know what I'm saying? Emily Ratajkowski. Oh, access to healthcare. They're trying to take it away from us. Oh, I'm sorry. Murder is not healthcare. And contrary to popular opinion, I'm really going to offend some of the wokies. It's not hard to not get pregnant. It's not hard to not get pregnant. I'll say it again, a little bit louder for the people in the back. We have excellent healthcare in this country. I mean, it's pricey. It's pricey. Insurance. Don't talk to me about insurance. Okay? Now that's what we need to talk about. Why am I paying hundreds of dollars each month and then I still have a deductible and a copay each time I have a cough? That makes no sense. But anyway, again, first world problems over here. First world problems. I'm complaining about a copay. A young lady a couple of years ago, a 22-year-old, so beautiful. The part of the intro, right? And she was taken by the morality police because a little bit of hair was sticking out from under her hijab. And she was beaten so severely in that van of the morality police that she died later as a result of her injuries. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Okay, Ashley Judd, complaining about our oppression. You should be ashamed of yourself. No. Okay, let's start reacting to our clips here. Look at this. She's beautiful. Morality police. She's not even allowed to be here. Okay. So women burning their hijabs, risking their lives. So many of them were shot dead, right? Because they were protesting, because they are not they don't want to live like this anymore. Would you want to live like that? Would you? Would you, America Ferrera? Would you want to live like that? No. Oh my goodness gracious, don't silence us. These women can't speak out of turn without risking their life. Here in America, please say what we feel. Men ain't poop. You guys need to bow to us, do what we say. Can you imagine those women over there? And then this precious little gorgeous child just wanted to dance, right? And here comes the morality police. She can't be dancing in public. And then she got her phone out to call, authorities to come and get her, right? Beat the child and the mother. I don't know if that's what happened, but she can't be dancing like this. It's immodest. She can't be dancing. Meanwhile, she was in a canvas turtleneck and a jumper. But that's immodest. And she's a teeny tiny little girl. Okay. All right. Look, okay. What does that say? Atefa Rajabi, a 16-year-old in Iran, was sentenced to death because she was raped. 16-year-old. Look at her. Publicly executed because she was raped. Let's see. She had reportedly been detained several times and was eventually charged with crimes against chastity, a term in Iran's legal system referring to sexual relations outside of marriage. Human rights groups said she had been abused and may have been pressured into a relationship with an older man. During her trial, she allegedly removed her headscarf in protest, and the judge added a charge of insulting the court. Her execution sparked international condemnation, especially since Iran is a signatory to treaties banning the execution of minors. While Iranian officials later claimed she was 22 at the time of her death, her birth certificate and family members maintained that she was 16. But we don't need to help them, right, Megyn Kelly? We don't need to help them.
Buffalo, why are you talking about the ICE, that one single woman that died, that came in front of ICE? I don't understand where you guys want to take this with Gaza and Hamas and the Islamic Republic of Iran. Neither of you have lived under the Islamic Republic tyranny that you guys are talking about the death of one single woman that have came in front of an ICE agent, a police. And you guys are talking about, you guys have human rights. You guys have everything that you need in your life. We have been taken, our lives have been taken away from us. You guys have everything, and you guys once have one president in your country that wants the best for the people of America that have built the land for 250 years. America has a right to have a country. America has a right to have a country as much as Iranians have a right to have a country. So let's get the facts right here. All right? Let's not get ourselves lost in this illusion that you guys have been building for us, for people. All right?
یک قسم حیوان خلق کرده و اون زنها و خانمها هستن. اینا عین گاو و گوسفند هستن. حیوان هستن. ولکن و خدا خلقشون کرده برای استفاده مردها. فقط واسه که مردا وحشت نکنن این زنها را به شکل خود انسان خلق کرده. اگر
Okay, so this person, right, that was taken out, this man said God made a different kind of animal to look like a human so as not to frighten men, and that animal was women. Women are animals. They're like cows and sheep. Did you not see that, Megyn Kelly? Understand people. I don't understand people. The left, they have like something wrong with their brains. Radical lefties who are upset about this, and they're like, quit hurting the people of Iran. People of Iran, let me show you the people of Iran. This is my favorite one. That's why I wore this wig. And to look like Jasmine, but mainly I wanted to look like these ladies. Look at them. Look! Oh my gosh, we might watch that one again. Just when I saw them dancing and they were looking at each other and smiling and shaking, you know, it's just they're so happy and grateful. They're so happy and grateful. And it's not like the battle's even over. But this one moment that signifies a shift, right? They're going to celebrate it. They are celebrating the living daylights out of it. And they're not going to be brought down by the Tucker Carlsons of the world and the Megyn Kellys and all of the woke feminists who think that America is oppressive. Get on out of here. Get on out of here. This one that we're going to end on, because I have to get back to work now, unfortunately, is, I saw this posted on X. It said, Iranians showed up and placed flowers for the fallen U.S. troops at the American consulate in Toronto. Hundreds of them are yelling, U.S. Army, thank you.
U.S. Army, thank you! U.S. Army, thank you! U.S. Army, thank you! U.S. Army, thank you! USA! USA!
Oh my gosh, I almost made it through. Do you see the water building up in my eyes? Well, it's okay. Oh, Megyn Kelly. Listen, she really burned my biscuits. My biscuits are gone. I don't have any more biscuits left because she burned them all up. What that reminds me of, I fried Brussels sprouts too long, and when I went to get them out of the pan, they all just disintegrated. That's my biscuits. That's the status of my biscuits now after hearing Megyn Kelly say that the troops, the U.S. troops who died basically for nothing. No, they didn't die for nothing. They died for this.
U.S. Army, thank you! U.S. Army, thank you! U.S. Army, thank you! U.S. Army, thank you! USA! USA!
True warriors, people who join the military because they want to defend this country because they think it's the greatest country in the world, and it's an honor for them to fight. They have an understanding that one day it could come to them losing their lives. And, you know, had they told the soldiers, this is likely, this is going to be your outcome, they still would have gone because it's important for them. This is important for them. They would have done that. The soldiers that I know would go over there now. So, Megyn, you should be ashamed. You dishonor America by speaking that way. You dishonor these soldiers for speaking that way. God bless these soldiers' families to sacrifice their life for their fellow man. Let's rejoice with people. You know? What do you guys think? What do you think of these clips? What do you think of my costume? What do you think about Megyn and Tucker? And Candace. Oh, goodness, right? She's demanding answers for who called in the hit. I'm sure it was Israel and the Jews. I love you so, and I will see you tomorrow.